breathe in the silence before sunrise. Maps glow beneath trembling hands of men.
Frost paints the barrels white.
Steel waits in rows, silent as monks before prayer. Engines cough in the cold. Each turn of the wheel grinds into history. Eyes squint through fog and fear. Nothing moves, yet danger hums beneath the snow.
Axelson's hand trembles over the fuse report, the ink still wet with secrets.
Hammers strike like a heartbeat. Women shape metal into destiny. Light flickers over glass tubes, a spark of science meant for war.
Wooden crates marked TOP secret vanish under tarps as snow begins to fall.
Orders crackle through static. Hope and fear share the same frequency.
Branches sag with ice, listening to the distant rumble of tanks.
Men wait not for words, but for courage to rise inside the quiet.
Gray uniforms move like smoke. Precision and hunger fuel their march.
One signature can rewrite the rules of war. His pen hovers midair. Coffee turns cold as headlines scream from the radio. Ardennes, offensive.
Engines die. Soldiers listen faint. Only the snow dares to move.
Men in heavy coats align barrels like compass needles to fate.
Footsteps echo on linoleum floors have. Invention walks beside guilt.
The first shell leaves its cradle, its flight unseen but destiny bound.
Tracks chew through snow. 1,000 boots follow their own thunder.
Fire!
And the future answers in flame.
Air turns to knives.
Silence returns slowly, broken by awe more than victory.
Sir, they're running. They're pulling back.
A message cuts through static. They're running, and no one breathes.
Tuve listens to reports he cannot celebrate, Nate. Science has no flag.
Hands feed metal into machines that hum like hymns of progress. Wounded men stumble through frost. The forest swallows their defeat.
Light fades from his map, but not from his conscience. Blood steams against cold fabric fanged. Mercy struggles with exhaustion. Captured eyes stare, not with hate, but with hunger for understanding.
Machines never sleep. Every rivet rings like an echo of artillery.
Stained glass shattered. A single candle survives the sermon of war. The snow hides everything but the silence of consequence.
Officers trade statistics like confessions say. Each number a ghost.
Tuve writes his report, his pen shaking under the weight of truth.
Twisted steel smokes quietly. War leaves its signature in ash.
Hymns rise through cracked walls. Faith sounds like forgiveness.
Steam from the chimneys meets the sunrise. Industry, breathing victory.
Charts, numbers, applause, parsnoi, but no one mentions the human cost.
Sunlight glints on shell fragments like forgotten medals. Axelson stares at the fuse casing, seeing both salvation and sin. Children wave to soldiers who no longer smile the same. Names fade on wooden crosses. Snow does the remembering.
Blueprints are sealed, marked classified. None. Progress sleeps behind locks.
The whistle blows one last time. Silence clocks out.
Words fail where memory screams. Ink blurs in trembling hands. The guns are silent, but the echoes build a monument in every heart. The forest keeps their secrets. Echoes of shells drift like lost prayers. He reads casualty lists by candlelight, each name a shadow on his soul.
Papers shuffle faster than hearts can heal. Victory has its bureaucracy.
Rows of faces under white sheets. Silence louder than any battle.
Engines roar again. Not for war, but no one believes it yet.
Men stare through frosted windows, unsure which world awaits them.
Tools rest idle. The walls still hum with the memory of urgency.
Justice speaks softly, but its echo demands the attention of nations.
Stacks of sealed documents sleep beneath the hum of new machines.
Headlines fade quickly, but the truth never does.
A uniformed man steps off the platform. The war follows him home.
Her hands still ache for the rhythm of the rivet gun.
A family photo stands where medals should have been.
The same scientists now dream of peace ahead, but the blueprints whisper otherwise.
Tuve speaks of innovation. His eyes speak of guilt.
A glass case holds a fuse at twang, mankind's small, perfect paradox. The wind plays taps through crosses that no bugle can reach.
New wars are born in silence, ideas sharper than bullets.
He writes a report that no one will read. A confession in military form.
Umbrellas bloom like surrender flags under the storm of progress.
Flowers grow between crutches. Life insists on healing itself.
Children trace battle lines on maps, unaware of the cost.
A bright screen sells peace. Shadows still work behind the scenes.
Ribbons are cut. The machines hum again. This time for the Cold War.
New era of defense. The cycle begins where it once ended.
Snow falls inside the tent again. He wakes to find his hand on an invisible trigger.
East Asian children play in craters, turning destruction into playgrounds.
Former soldiers sip coffee in silence. Wars still brewing inside.
Applause echoes. Invention has forgotten its battlefield. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have achieved the
Medals gleam under stage lights. His smile doesn't reach his eyes. Files unseal themselves, ghosts of ink breathing again.
History fits in her hands, yet the paper feels heavier than truth.
Cameras roll. Silence tells more than any answer.
The garden hums with crickets. He stares at stars that once guided artillery.
Knowledge without conscience is fire without warmth.
Every plaque shines. None reflect the faces of the fallen.
New generals study old notes. History redraws its own blueprints. Families watch missiles on screen. A new kind of proximity.
Snow returns each year, loyal to the memory of 1944.
No rank, no regiment, only his name and the silence beneath it.
Robots assemble perfection. No sweat, no conscience, no sound.
A teacher points to a photograph. The past stares back through glass.
A missile arcs upward. Technology's shadow stretches further than the horizon.
Files open with a click. Memory now glows in pixels, not pain.
The fuse rests under spotlight, small, silent, eternal.
Every invention begins as hope and ends as history's question mark.
The clouds remember the thunder. Peace hums where once death spoke. The war is over, but its invention never sleeps.
New eyes scan the heavens, yet the old stars still burn with wartime secrets.
Screens pulse with data, ghosts of analog wars reborn in code.
Engines hum without pilots. War learns to fight without breath.
Students test circuits, unaware their algorithms have ancestors in artillery.
Between yellowed pages, the handwriting trembles with conscience.
And so, innovation marched forward, a testament to American ingenuity.
The rain blurs the names, but not the loss.
Perfection, born from loss, marches on digitally.
The rhythm echoes from another time, a familiar, ancient cadence.
History now becomes a data set, a formula for future war.
The camera sees everything, except the heart of the soldier. A teacher asks, "What ended the war?" The silence answers.
The forest still bears scars, invisible to the naked eye.
Visitors tap the screen. The war responds in archived whispers.
Profit graphs rise where casualty charts once stood.
She finds his medals, touches history without knowing its weight.
Precision arms move in rhythm, cold, flawless, tireless.
Fireflies drift between headstones, tiny lanterns of forgiveness.
Old footage flickers pained, men in snow, forever caught between frames.
The same airwaves that once carried orders now carry memory.
A digital scan replaces the paper, but the ink still bleeds meaning. She speaks of ethical design. History listens from the margins.
Children chase butterflies over buried steel.
Molten metal glows. Creation and destruction share the same furnace.
Hands move a joystick miles away. Decisions travel at light speed.
The curator lifts the fuse with gloves, as if touching an idea still dangerous.
Slides show diagrams, but the silence between slides speaks of loss.
Neon replaces searchlights. Progress glows where fear once burned.
Ivy wraps the machines. Nature reclaims what industry forgot.
Static fills the gaps where truth was too heavy to say.
Beneath the canopy, the Earth keeps its inventory of shrapnel.
Proximity fuse, the small device that changed distance itself.
Pixels explode perfectly. War without blood, yet not without consequence.
Leaders shake hands under banners of progress. The applause feels rehearsed.
From orbit, battlefields look peaceful tree. Only memory draws the borders.
Visitors step into history and forget to take their guilt off.
The city glitters. Each drop's a reflection of promises unkept.
Bronze cannot feel remorse. It only endures the... Names scroll endlessly. History without punctuation. Birdsong replaces gunfire. The soil remembers everything.
Faded ink, shaky lines cart. Courage written between frost and fear.
Lights dim. The exhibits whisper goodnight to ghosts.
The land exhales. Peace feels fragile, like breath on glass.
Hands build. Hands destroy. Hands remember. From this height, no side exists. Only the echo of choices.
The war ends again. In memory, in metal, in us.